he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
What it do, big dog?
What up, baby? How you doing?
I am elated. I am ecstatic. I am over the moon, Terry.
I feel you.
My Hawks are in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Congratulations to you, man. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Atlanta. You guys did not get swept, knocking on wood. You know, you still got one more series left. But we shall start it off like this. I'm Terry Ricardo the Shades of the Second.
I am a very happy man. I could be Alibaba today, and I'll still be happy. So, I'm Garrett Langley Henson the first. I'm here to stay.
All right, man. Let's get straight to it, bro. Let's get
All right.
to it. Your Hawks finally got past the second round, which is very, very surprising versus the Sixers, man. What's your overall feelings about this, man? I mean, I know you're happy, but like, are you surprised? You shocked?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, Terry. I am surprised. I thought with DeAndre Hunter's injury that it might be like a little bit too much to overcome, to lack the perimeter defense of him and Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
And with Embiid like playing through all his problems and us missing numerous guys due to like similar problems, I was like, well, if we were full strength, you know, we might have a conversation. Like, it's going to be tough to beat the number one seed shorthanded.
Yeah.
And then we did it.
Did it? It's crazy, man. Trae Young didn't play his greatest game. Your boy Kevin Huerter, he finally showed up big time. Like, he showed up big time, bro. 27 points on 70% shooting, bro. Now, that's the Red Rocket, son. That's the Red Rocket. Fuck all that Matt Barner talk. That is the Red Rocket right there.
Bro, he was handing out red velvet cupcakes to everybody. He was like Oprah with these joints, the way he was handing them out. Yeah. And they were all like some tough-ass buckets, bro. I like how he's being aggressive. There are a lot of like mid-range fadeaways and stuff where he's like, oh, you guys are going to put Seth Curry on me? He's 6'3". I'm 6'7".
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, that was the Hawks' plan pretty much was like pick on Seth Curry. Because he's the only one really on the team, on the court at most times that plays a lot that really couldn't play defense. So, like, it was great.
Keller's plan was like, I'm going to throw the ball off the backboard and just keep doing that and see what happens. But everyone else had a different plan. And they're like, we're going to win this game tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. So, unlike all of the other media, we'll give the Hawks their flowers before we start bashing the Sixers. So, Trae Young, through the whole series, bro, 29 points, 11 assists. And even though he struggled throughout, you know, the first 3.5 quarters, fourth quarter he did pretty well, man. What do you think about your boy Trae Young out there proving himself, not only to Atlanta, but to the whole NBA and to the whole stage of everyone watching him?
Well, he proved himself to all the people who didn't watch the Hawks at all this whole year or the last 2 years. So pretty much 90% of the world in NBA fans. Anyone who's actually taken the time to watch the Hawks has known how talented Anyone who's taken the time to watch the Hawks knows how talented Trae is and knows the leap that he's taken this year under Nate McMillan, where he's cut down on those heat check threes like early in the shot clock. Cut down on the turnovers and matured his game into a legit top 15 player in the NBA. The thing that proved to me last night was more about everybody else. So often during Trae's career is like, if he doesn't have a great night, we have no chance of winning.
Yeah.
And for the supporting cast in a game 7, for everyone else to elevate and keep Trae afloat even through all his struggles and have his back, knowing that even though he played like garbage the whole game shooting wise, they knew with like 3-4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he was going to have that moment and hit the big shot. They still trusted that he'd be there for them.
Yeah, he made 2 big buckets in the fourth, man. Like that man Ben Simmons and Thibault are some hellacious defenders, bro. There's some great defenders, man. That
first team on defense.
Yeah, I told you about Thibault. But Trae, man, if you were to tell me, bro, like Trae Young, what did he go, like 7 for 20 something, or like 5 for 27 shooting or some shit like that?
It was a tough one. It was a single digits for 20 something.
It was tough, but at the end of the day, you're right though. Like his teammates, they finally stepped up in a big way for him. So like I think that's why he was able to carry him home, because his teammates did a good job. Because you forget, like, he averaged 11 assists, but to get the assists, people got to knock down the shots. And Kevin Huerter was making some difficult shots. Capella, he made his alley-oops. John Collins was dunking on Embiid crazy. That shirt that Collins wore at the post game, oh my God, son. He got how do you make a shirt that fast? Print it out, bro. He printed out him dunking on Embiid and had it on the shirt for the post-game press, bro.
48 hours later, he had it on his chest.
That shit
that's a G move. And that was a great t-shirt. I want one of those t-shirts too.
Bro,
John, if you're listening to the pod, go ahead and send me one, man.
He needs to go ahead and sell that shit, bro. Like, he'd get so much money in Atlanta for that. We wore that game one.
That was the dunk of the season, bro.
Probably dunk of the playoffs. Ooh, I don't know if Kawhi dunked on what's the dude's name?
See, that's the thing. What's the dude's name? John Collins dunked on Joel Embiid.
He dunked on him. He dunked on his back though. You know what I'm saying? He didn't flush that shit right in his face like when Embiid was trying to block.
Yeah, no,
it was still nice.
That's still a poster though. That's 100% a fucking poster.
Oh yeah,
it's not all that you jumped and didn't know that anyone was behind you.
But like, bro, he did that to Embiid. Like, that was the second he did it in Game 7, and then the other time he'd get it in Game 6. So Embiid, like, wake up. But you notice Embiid, he doesn't like to box out. So he's
not used to having to. He's just like, I push people one time and it hurts them, and so they stop trying to touch me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I got to give credit to the Hawks supporting cast. And one thing that I got asked a lot as a Hawks fan by random people during this playoff run is, who is the second best player on the Hawks?
Yeah.
And over the course of this run, it's been a different person on each night. Yeah. There's been so many different occasions where Trae Young has been the best, but the second banana has been Kevin Huerter. It's been Bogdanovich. It's been John Collins. It's been Gallinari. It's been Lou Williams in a game that he had 14 in the fourth quarter. So Trae has done an amazing job and is finally getting the recognition that he very much deserves. But I think the supporting cast needs to be heralded as well.
Definitely. And did you know that this is only the second time that a team has made it to the conference finals since the merger in 1984 without an all-star on the team?
Yep. First since 94, the Pacers.
Yeah, that's how you know, like, it's a definite team effort. Like, the team stepped up big time for Trae Young. And not to say, like, Trae Young, he was an all-star starter, last year, a couple years ago?
Yeah, last year.
Like, people, they do recognize his talent, but they just didn't think that he could carry a team. And like I was telling you the same thing. I didn't think he could do what he's doing right now. And he stepped up and he did it. I mean, even though, look, man, sometimes people don't have great games, but as long as in that fourth quarter, you knock down the shots that matter, that's all you got to do, man. You don't really have to do anything crazy.
Bro, he lives for those moments, man.
That's what bro. He's a big time player, and we're not gonna forget. If you lose, we'll be like, damn, you played like shit. But if you win the game, you won the game. You played a bad game, but you stepped up. Nobody's gonna talk shit about him. I'm not.
I just want to say, 2 months ago when I said, can we start having a Trae Young Luka conversation? You told me I was an insane person.
Hey, I told you. I said something's got to happen in this playoffs, or we can't have the conversation. Now it's looking like it's flipping, baby. It's going the opposite direction, man.
Bro, no player has put up the numbers he has since Oscar Robertson in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, his shooting percentage is a little low, but, you know.
Yeah, I'm talking about the raw numbers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the box score. But I tell you, like, the raw numbers, they needed to happen. Like, yeah, the efficiency wasn't there where you, like, really wanted to be.
Yeah.
But he's being hounded by the two best perimeter defenders in the entire league. There's a ton of freaking non-calls. He was getting the shit beat out of him every single game.
Yeah. I mean,
benefit of the whistle. He went from being second in the league to Embiid in free throws during a regular season to barely getting any fucking foul calls at all in the postseason.
Hey, you know how it is, man. You know how the playoffs are, bro. They don't call anything, especially when you're going against.
They don't call anything when you're a guard.
Well,
Joe Embiid is throwing trash up and shooting the air balls, and they're calling like John Collins touched him on the shoulder.
Well, Trae Young is known for like flopping and shit, though. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta commend him. He wasn't like flopping too crazy in his playoffs. I think he kind of learned like after the first round. He was like, "Oh, okay. Like if they're gonna foul me, they're just gonna foul me. I'm not gonna flop. They'll call it probably. If they don't, you know, it is what it is. You get fouled on every play when it's the playoffs. Pretty
He's
much.
gotten a couple texts from yelling at the refs, and I think Nate McMillan should take a fine in his post game pressure.
Yeah, you got to step up
because like he got a text for going like this, like open your eyes.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen superstars like touch referees, like wrap them on their shoulders, like do all this stuff?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
The time is now, bro, and I want to give myself some flowers because you said we're going to give the Hawks flowers before we go down the Sixers. We're going to give Garrett Langley Henson some flowers.
Why are we giving you flowers? For what?
Remember at the beginning of the season when I said the Hawks were going to be better than the Nets, and you fucking laughed at me.
You're not better than the Nets. The Nets just got hurt, man.
Okay. Did we not make it to the final two?
Look. You lost one important player. I'll give you that. But the Nets lost their second best player and their third best player pretty much. I mean, James Harden didn't look like a regular player. Like he was hurt. You know, I can't give you that.
Kevin Huerter wasn't playing when Cam Reddish was in the lineup. Cam Reddish was starting over Kevin Huerter, and DeAndre Hunter was the second best player in the Knicks series.
But your prediction is null and void because you switched coaches in the middle of the season. I'm not trying to hear that shit. If you stayed with the same coach, y'all were not about to make the playoffs. Straight up.
First of all, I never predicted Lloyd Pierce would finish the season as the Hawks head coach. And I also didn't predict that Harden would join them 10 games into the season.
Yeah, it was a whack team.
Still, our second coach, their third superstar, still not enough to make Garrett wrong. Miss Cleo has been reincarnated, just with slightly smaller titties.
So when we went on another podcast, you know, not too long ago, I would say like 3 weeks ago, and you didn't predict the Hawks. You predicted who? The Sixers. Did you not?
Show me the tape.
We got tape. It's on YouTube, fool.
I want to see it.
I think you said.
I want to see the tape.
No, did you say Phoenix? I know you didn't say. You said Sixers, so I know you were wrong on that. You didn't even believe in your own team. On a platform that's not your own, you picked the Sixers to go to the finals.
Well, that was at the beginning of the playoffs. Okay. And I picked the Nuggets in the West.
Look, man. Look.
How that turned out.
I'm not going to commend you for being a fan. You're a fan of your team. Like,
I knew they were going to be better than the Nets, bro. I knew the Hawks were getting farther than the Nets. You told me I was crazy.
Hell no. Look at your head right now. Look at your head. Cap. That's all cap. Don't lie to the people like that. Don't you dare lie to people like that.
This is celebration fabric from the Juneteenth walkabout that I went to in protest.
Shout out Juneteenth, man. I got the Tribe Called Quest Black Excellence today. But anyways, we digress. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and what the national public would like to hear. The 76ers, they choked on a large slice of humble pie. I'm not gonna say.
The switch up.
Yeah, they choked it all the way, man. Like just all the way. I mean, what do you got? You can blame Nurse Rivers. You know that Doc shit is done. I'm never calling you Doc again.
Never ever.
Nurse
Never.
Rivers. Hey, look, we came up with this first. Somebody's gonna pick up the Nurse Rivers shit. They might say it's sexist or whatever, but nurses are males. My dad was a nurse.
And Haji.
Yeah, my dad made $150,000 being a nurse.
Right.
You can be a male nurse. It's totally fine.
And then he finally grew up and became a doctor.
Nah, he's never a doctor. But hey, look. So Nurse Rivers choked a big one. Ben Simmons, absolute garbage. I want to hear from your perspective, like what you saw. And your boy Embiid, 16 turnovers in Game 6 and Game 7 combined. What do you got to say? You know I'm going to lose my top. I told you they should have been done, what, years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Well,
this dude didn't work.
Finally, Nate McMillan decided to double off Embiid and off Simmons and Tybal's man.
Yeah.
Instead of actually respecting their ability to shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as we made that adjustment, I got to give Clint Capella an enormous amount of credit for forcing Joel Embiid to set up his initial post outside the paint to the elbow extended. So that way, when the double came, he's having often to pass it all the way across the court where someone was able to get a hand on it or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is not about Joel Embiid and his turnovers. This is about Ben Simmons. And no.
That's a lot.
First of all, how many of those 8 turnovers could have been mitigated if somebody cut to the fucking basket and dunked?
No, that's true. That's true. That is true. That's definitely true. But no, go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you all good, man. It's for years, Ben Simmons has refused to acknowledge that he has a problem. He's been living in denial. He's been even ridiculing other people who suggested that he should work on attempting to shoot a jump shot at some point in his NBA career. Well, I think this has to be a come to Jesus moment for him. Because that play that they showed nonstop today, where he drop stepped on Gallinari and had an open dunk on Trae Young, and for fear of the towering Trae Young, the second coming of Dikembe Mutombo, we didn't know that our next superstar was going to be reincarnated through our last one.
Mount Trae Young.
Right. That's what Trae should have done after he passed it to Tybal. He should have been
hit him with the Mutombo finger. Not in here, boy. Rim protector. But hey, Trae Young's scary looking, bro. He about what, 6 feet, 140?
Yeah, he about 6 foot, $140 soaking wet.
Oh my god, dude. Ooh, yeah.
He should have been shaking the finger when Ben Simmons was on the free throw line. Oh. Now, if any of you guys took my advice at the beginning of this series, you made a lot of money.
45, what was it? You say 25 missed free throws?
Yeah, I said he'd miss 25 in this series. He missed 50.
Yeah, dude.
He became the worst postseason free throw shooter in the history of the NBA. Even worse than Ben Wallace.
Well. It's the caveat because he shoots a lot more than more. You know, there's some people that have shot worse than him, which is crazy, but way less attempts. For him to shoot this amount of free throws and still be this shitty at it is absolutely ridiculous.
It's a minimum of like 10 attempts or something.
It was 70.
You have to qualify.
Oh, okay. I saw it was like 70 attempts, but it's whatever. He can't shoot free throws. It's absolute garbage.
Yeah.
34%. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? 34%, bro. Like,
I told you we were going to go to the hack of Simmons and do it early. And that
we
were
smart.
Have that in our pocket. I didn't think it was going to be this effective. I thought like maybe around a 50% free throw shooter, but like 30%? 30%? And Bazemore shoots from 3.
Hey, Ben Simmons, man, it's something is going on with your boy up top. His head is just, he's done, bro. Mentally, he's checked out, bro. His brain just can't make free throws anymore.
What do you think about Joel Embiid throwing his ass under the bus in the press conference?
Bro, everybody did, but it was clear to see. He scored 5 points in Game 7, and I don't even Game 6. He probably scored, I think, like 9 or 11. He was a complete liability offensively. Like, it doesn't matter how great your defense was on Trae Young in Game 7, because honestly, 6 through 1, he was low key torching them. Like, he wasn't shooting a high percentage, but he was still getting shots off. And he was still averaging like 11 assists a night. And there was some nights he would get like 14 or 15. So it's like, all right, cool. You're stopping him from doing stuff, but he's still able to like help the offense. Just because you make him shoot a low percentage, he was still making a lot of shots. Right. But like, I don't give a fuck what you're like defensively. If you don't hold someone under like way under their averages, then you offensively aren't scoring like 10 points. There's no point in me saying that you're like a first team, second team, third team NBA player of anything, or defensive player, or any of that shit. I don't care what anyone is talking about. This dude cost them the game, and I blame a little bit on Joel Embiid, and Nurse Rivers does not want to make any coaching adjustments for some reason, but Ben Simmons was an absolute shamble of himself. Didn't try to shoot any outside shots, and passing up that dunk. I mean, that's it, bro. You got to trade his ass immediately. We already tried this, bro. Listen to me. We tried this for 4 years straight. Mm-hmm. Then we wanted to blame Mike Brown, the coach. We got Mike Brown's stupid Boston ass up out of there. Then you bring in one of the greatest, quote unquote, coaches of this generation, and he choked it too. We can blame him a little, but Ben Simmons is the culprit of the shit. Embiid played pretty well.
And all the opportunities that Daryl Morey had to move him during the season for players of real value. Could have gotten Harden, but refused to give up Simmons as part of
that's not on him though.
Now Harden hasn't exactly covered himself in glory this postseason either.
No.
But we'll get to that in a bit. But there are also numerous other trades that we discussed. There's one that I even wrote about in my article, trying to get him to the Nuggets. Trading him for Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that would have been
that trade will still be on the table.
Torn ACL, yeah. I mean, honestly, that I wouldn't say take anybody, but at least take someone that can kind of play some defense, but they at least attempt an outside shot. I mean, Jesus Christ.
If I were Joel Embiid, like, I was surprised at the amount of restraint that he showed in the press conference. Because I would have been like, we lost because of Ben Simmons. And we keep losing because of Ben Simmons. How many times? What is this? Is Ben Simmons a producer for the Fast and the Furious movies? Is that what's going on, that we need to see the same movie 8 times in a row before we know it's going to happen?
Definition.
Score in the playoffs. Beyond that, he won't attempt to.
No.
So
jump shot. It's not even it's not even enough that you won't shoot a jump shot, but you shot 34% from the free throw line, my guy. Like, even I'm trying to control my emotions. Even Giannis was making some of his free throws. Yeah, he airballed it, but look, man, it's just
Giannis was shook. Giannis fucking like came out after halftime. It was like, I'm gonna get some more shots up, more free throws, because I want to get in the rhythm, because I know I'm going to be attacking the paint in the second half, and I want to be in rhythm. Ben Simmons was like, I can't attack the basket because then I might have to shoot foul shots.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to shoot any free throws at all, man. I mean, it's a calamity of errors, bro. Well, I don't even know what Philly's going to do. Is Ben Simmons just done? He's done.
He's done in Philly. He's done in Philly. Okay. And Embiid, like, if you're Embiid, you got to be like, man, I fucking played 7 games with a torn meniscus and was dropping 35 each game.
Yeah.
You can't dunk over a fucking point guard, Ben? Are you serious? It's like he's giving them every ounce of what he had.
Yeah.
And then Ben Simmons is like not even attempting. Like, he should have hunted Trae Young all fucking series. Should have been trying to hunt Trae Young on defense and getting Ben Simmons to post up on Trae Young.
That's all. That's
easy buckets for them, non-fucking stop. Except he was afraid to do it. because he didn't go to free throws.
That's on Nurse Rivers too, bro. Because like it was a decent amount of possessions. I would say he kind of just let Trae Young off the hook, man. He really didn't make him play a lot of defense at all. Like
Trae Young had like 3 steals in Game 6, and like I think 2 or 3 more in Game 7.
Yeah,
and he was actually like, of all the Hawks players, in some cases, one of the more impactful ones in certain plays with his double teams.
Yeah,
reading the passing lanes and stuff.
I saw some decent possessions when he was playing Seth Curry, like pretty well. Especially in Game 7. I was like, oh, yo, little Trae out here playing some defense. I don't know what the hell's gotten into him.
he likes winning. They're like, bro, if you want to keep doing this, you have to play defense.
A little bit. You got to at least be able to guard Seth Curry. Like, you got to, come on. He's not that much taller than you. You got to slide your feet. You got to do something, man. Like, something's got to give. But
if you're Embiid, man, like, I think I would have publicly just been like, fuck Ben Simmons. Like, they're not friends.
No, they're not.
Everybody knows they're not friends.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's like, no, I'm not taking the rap for this. I laid everything out on the court, my blood, my sweat, my tears. I got rebaptized in a new faith by John Collins. I literally did everything possible for this team. And Ben Simmons didn't look like he wanted to play basketball. Like, he didn't even look like he wanted to be out there, bro.
Because he didn't. He didn't want to fucking play. He's
Jake Milton did, who was killing every time he got in the game, but somehow sat on the bench for. Yeah. Did he play a minute in Game 7?
I don't even know. I don't remember him. He played some. He didn't do it.
He was playing great, and then like out of nowhere, they're like, "In comes Maxey," and I was like, "What happened to Shake Milton?"
Yeah,
he had 17 points in a quarter, and then fell out of the rotation the next game.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That always happens in the playoffs, and you always kind of want to question the coach, but like
it always happens to Doc's teams.
It's weird because like. Maybe they just get pressurized. I don't know if he can handle it. I think Milton was fine. He was in for a little bit, and I think he made a couple shots. I really don't remember though, because I don't have it right in front of my face.
You know what I was thinking about Ben Simmons watching him play against the Hawks this morning in just the highlights, because last night just watching the game, like I can't have a clear head. Like I'm just a Hawks fan.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm not actually watching basketball. But I watched it, and I was like, you could tell that Ben Simmons, when he plays 2K, he spends a lot of VC on his My Player. You could tell that he never had a player in 2K that sucked, because he doesn't know how to do any of the things to get easy baskets that you have to do when your dude's like a 65 overall.
Yeah.
If he had ever played 2K, he would have scored 40 points a game on Trae Young, because he would have fucking realized how to get easy buckets off cutting, out rebounding, fucking shooting over your opponent.
Doc Rivers tried to call everyone stupid for saying you can't play Ben Simmons at the end of the fourth quarter. And look what happened. You kept him in the games, and he choked that shit for you, my guy. So congratulations, Nurse. Trash ass. We've been shitting on you for a minute, though, so I ain't even trying to hear nothing. I don't want to hear ain't no Doc Rivers defenders. It's over. And the same team you were trashing last year, blaming Paul George, he actually stepped up without Kawhi. So, what are we going to say?
I don't even know if we should call him Nurse Rivers anymore. I think he was Nurse Rivers before he blew this to the fucking Atlanta Hawks, whose starters had only played 16 minutes together before the playoffs, and then got hurt. And then you fucking lost as the number 1 seed when you were up 26 points and up 18 points.
Oh man,
games. You're no longer even Nurse Rivers. You're like you're like receptionist Rivers or mortician Rivers, perhaps.
Nah, hell nah. He failed med school. He failed nursing school. He's a dropout. Dropout Rivers. He's done, bro.
George Bush Rivers.
George Bush Rivers, dog. Hey, man, Ben Simmons, bro. Both of them they belong together. They need to go to a new team and just start over on a new leaf. I'm scared for Joel, man. He's gonna have to carry his own team. Hopefully they get a good trade for Ben, man, because the shit's over.
He's like, God damn, I just need to have like 3 people around me that like they can't double team me on every play. He's like, can you guys do that? That's all I need.
Yeah, I don't know. Philly is just weird. We've always said what you maybe a little less than me, but I always said they definitely aren't going to work out just because Ben Simmons didn't want to shoot the basketball. So I'm like, nah, we're out on
I just
that.
always believed in Embiid.
Yeah, he played okay.
I really did think that Ben Simmons would actually find a way to punish Trae on the defensive end.
He didn't do shit.
What do you think, Terry? Do you think Ben Simmons defended Trae better this series, or Trae defended Ben Simmons better this series?
Nah, here's the thing.
Down more.
Here's the thing, though, right? So we can blame Ben Simmons for not trying to hunt out Trae Young, but when you set a pick and trying to get a switch, but your defender is standing at the free throw line, it's not gonna work. Like, I'm like, what are you setting the pick for, dude? You're all the way up there. I'm 10 feet away from you. Like, I'm just going to stand here. We're not switching. So, he messes up the whole flow of everything they're doing.
Yeah.
Just shoot the ball, bro. Just shoot it. I'm done. No, he's not going to shoot it. Trade him. Get him out of here.
I was hoping that he was shooting it. I was hoping that the green light would come on for Game 7, and he was like, I don't know, he went out to dinner with Russell Westbrook the night before or something, and he was like, it's takeover time. I got this. This is my city. It just goes out like Kobe and shoots 50 times.
Here's my evaluation. I'm going to call 20 on this. Ben Simmons, we got the Olympics coming up. All right. This is a refresher. You get to go ahead.
No. He's not wearing the red, white, and blue. No.
He's Australia, dumbass. You know he's Australian.
Oh, thank God. You scared me for a second.
Damn, you're dumb as hell.
Oh, my God. You scared me for a second.
He was Australian.
Kyrie back to Australia? Can we send him to play with Ben Simmons?
Kyrie's not going to make the team. He's already hurt. All right, look. I'm a new 20. I had to call 2 timeouts in a row. I got interrupted. Look, Ben. You get to play for Australia. All right? You know, you're the best player on the team. Let's see how you do. Run the team. It's a nice refresher. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Just show me that you can score 20 and 10. Give me 20, 10, and 10 every game. We'll see how I can go. Your stock is going to go up if you play well. But if you play like shit, if the games are close versus Slovakia and you still ain't trying to hit no buckets, I don't even want to trade for him. Get him out of here. Become a free agent and go fuck yourself. Who's going to trade for Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons is about to go to the Olympics and just start knocking down like step back threes, fucking splashes the James Harden one-legged like sidestep joint. Like he's gonna be like, yeah, I had all this in the bag. I just don't like playing with Embiid. I just like being surrounded by people who pass the ball better. He's shooting Dirk like one-legged fadeaways.
Yeah. The funny thing about it is like Philly didn't even shit on him that bad. Like they were encouraging him. Like Philly wanted him to shoot threes and be good. They could have been way worse. And
remember the time he hit a 3 in the pregame warm-ups?
Oh my God!
Like the internet lost his mind. He did it. Ben Simmons added a jumper.
Oh man!
But enough about Ben Simmons. Enough about the Sixers. Enough about Nurse Rivers and the rest of that losing franchise. And enough about the Hawks. The one thing I will say about the Hawks is, all time in our franchise history, we've never won a Game 7 until last night.
Hey, there we go, baby. There we go. Hey, look, Trae Young did what Dominique couldn't.
Yeah, he got to the conference finals in his fucking first year in the playoffs.
Yep. Trae Young took his team, and Dominique failed. So speaking of failure, Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo played each other, and Kevin couldn't get it done. He could not get it done. That's your boy, though, huh? That's your boy? We supposed to believe in him? I'm not going to shit on him yet. I want you to talk about Kevin Durant and what you thought his performance was. It was great. It was definitely great.
Feet, man.
Big ass feet?
Yeah, man. That toe was on the line.
Hey, look.
I thought he won the game.
Did you? Not, in real time, I knew it was a 2. I knew it was a 2 in real time. He was really close to the line. I was like, damn, he shot a 2. I thought he 3'd it, but no.
I thought he 3'd it in real time, and I was like, they're gonna go back at this and look to make sure that's a 2 because T was celebrating, and I was like,
no, that was
probably a 2. But
did they review it?
Yeah, they reviewed it
For a second. Yeah, it was quick.
They reviewed it.
His dumbass.
Bro, it was this close. Like
he said you wear size 18 shoes, and everybody's like, if you would have wore your damn regular size. He wears size 17, but he wears 18 in NBA games because it feels better for him.
Well, I'm not gonna question his shoe resume because he's like torn his Achilles and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Do whatever you have to do, bro. Jason Terry wore like 8 pairs of socks before each game.
Yeah,
you know, if he's gonna keep the score, go ahead and do it.
There goes your legacy. Those damn size 18s.
But think about the difference in inch makes, right? From that inch was the difference between that being the game-winning walk-off shot and being one of the greatest playoff shots of all time, and the 5 minutes later with him airballing the potential winner.
It's just
the narrative changed that much because of that.
Literally an inch, dude, and like it kind of sucks. I am going to bash him, but I'm gonna start this off.
What? Yo, I should put up the warning joint or whatever.
Look, I am gonna bash KD, but right now.
Go ahead, bro. We love bashing KD here.
Nah. See, this is the thing. The difference, the inch that we were talking about is crazy. The difference between a win and a loss, like, it's kind of crazy. It's going to define his legacy. Mm-hmm. But he honestly pulled off some shit that I did not think he could do, because I have seen him fail in this spot in which you're pretty much just the main superstar on the team and you just have a bunch of role players. Like, that's not in the past. I guess that wasn't the position where he was like the greatest. He's all-time great, like, no doubt about it. But the way he was able to do it, like the efficiency with the shots, scoring 48 and 49 in a game 6 and a game 7 when your second best teammate is an old ass Blake Griffin. Joe Harris couldn't make a 3. He's a 3-point champion. Jeff Green gave you 27 in game 6, then gave you 0 in game 7.
Classic Jeff Green.
Yeah, I mean, like, just the cast that he played with and able to carry them, I commend you for it. But game 5, I mean, he played well in game 5. Game 6, he kind of played shitty. You didn't get it done, man. It is what it is. And we always give shit to LeBron for, not making it in a couple times. Versus Dallas, he fucked up. This year, they lost. I mean, his teammates are all injured. But, I mean, LeBron had way worse teams, and he carried them all the way to the finals. And if we want to talk about a cakewalk, this year is a fucking cakewalk, bro. Milwaukee is not no all-time great fucking team. If you would have made it, you would have played the Hawks. Don't want to bash them, but nobody's predicting the Hawks to do anything. You got an injured-ass Kawhi that's not coming back. Phoenix is playing without Chris Paul. He's got COVID. Who knows what he's going to look like when he gets back. This shit was easy as fuck for you, bro. And you almost did it. I really don't want to shit on you, but you can't, like, people are like, man, he just carried him for 3 games. It's like, bro, LeBron, the shit that KD did, LeBron has been doing that for his teams pretty much for like 18 years. He led them in points, led them in rebounds, led them in assists, led them in blocks, led them in steals. That's what KD did. I saw the shit for 3 games. You got to show me that you can do it longer and then win a championship. It's unlucky that Harden and Kyrie got hurt. I don't want to shit on KD, but you can't get tired, bro. Steve Nash, give him a break. Somebody do something. My man needs help.
He didn't get tired. The man played every minute of the last 2 games. Every single freaking minute, bro.
Overtime, he was exhausted because he was 0 for 6. He couldn't make a bucket, bro. He was tired of shit. And then the difference, I was telling everybody, in regulation, it's really not that big a deal if you play 48 minutes. There's TV timeouts, there's fouls, people go to the free throw line. The game stops more than you think. But OT, there's not a lot of stoppages in OT. The shit is just kind of back and forth and straightforward.
Yeah.
Giannis played his ass. What do you think? I didn't see KD playing this well, bro. I honestly thought he was going to choke in game 5. I'm not even going to lie to you. I mean, that's just what I honestly thought.
I was very impressed. I thought it was going to take that type of performance for them to win, and I did think he had it in him. If you remember, I thought that the Nets are going to win this series, even with Kevin Durant alone. I thought such was his greatness that it would ultimately be too much for Milwaukee because they don't really have anyone who's proven to be that guy in the big moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough, man. He did everything he could, and it wasn't enough. He's not LeBron James. He's not in the category of the top 7 players ever to live. He's in the next echelon after that, and that's where he'll probably likely be forever. He's that's no shame in your game to be a top 8 to 15 player or whatever.
All time. Yeah.
But any conversation about him and LeBron is just no, it shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
And
is he the greatest player right now? Yeah. You're the greatest NBA player right now, but that's just only because LeBron is old as shit.
If you don't count Facundo Campazzo and some other guys, but yeah. You actually think that he's better than Embiid though?
KD?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, bro. Embiid could not do what KD was doing. Like
KD could not do what Embiid just did, bro.
Embiid lost to the Hawks, man. What do you want me to what do you want me to say?
Embiid and Seth Curry were the only 2 people who scored in the second halves of 2 games for the Sixers. That's it. 2 people on the whole team.
You know how many people scored for the Nets in the whole game?
Fucking Bruce Brown was like, I'm taking over.
No, I'm just saying, in the game 7, you know how many Nets players scored?
I don't actually.
5.
5?
Yeah, 5. And KD scored 48, bro.
Well, you know how many Nets players played?
7.
Yeah. It's not like he had a big, deep rotation that he was running out there, Terry.
I hear what you're saying, but it's so crazy. Like, his legacy could have taken a huge bump if he could get past the Bucks, man. Golly. I'm glad he didn't do it, but that shit.
No, just so he can get waxed by the Hawks in the next round? What's that going to do for your legacy, KD? Hey, what happens if you lose to the Hawks with no Cam Reddish or DeAndre Hunter and you're Kevin Durant and you're getting strapped up by Kevin Herter?
You think that would have been worse, but KD would have smoked y'all shit, boy. Oh, my God. Thank God. But, hey, look. I don't even – it's just so hard, man. He played his absolute ass off, and I really can't sit here and bash the kid, bro. He played his fucking ass off.
How many wide open jumpers did James Harden miss?
Bro, he was hurt as hell. He played, but
he couldn't like catch and shoot jumpers, bro.
Bro, he couldn't make anything. I think his hamstring is just shit.
No. We're not gonna do this.
Joe Harris choked. Now, Joe Harris choked.
We'll get to Joe Harris in a minute. Joe Harris isn't a fucking headliner. He's not an MVP. All right? James Harden, if your hamstring is healthy enough for you to play all 48 minutes in back-to-back games, it's good enough for you to hit a fucking catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Nah, Game 5 and Game 7. Game 5 and Game 7. He played 46 in Game 5, then he played 48 in Game 7. Or he played 50 in Game 7. Game 6.
All right, you played 50 minutes. Don't tell me that your hamstring was too hurt to hit a catch-and-shoot jump shot. You don't even have to jump.
Apparently it was, because he couldn't shoot from outside at all. The 1-3 he hit.
Wait a minute. But no. This is what I'm saying. He hasn't been able to shoot in Game 7s his entire playoff career, regardless of any hamstring injury. I'm not buying this shit, and I'm not validating that he missed. All those jumpers that I saw him miss in the fourth quarter, those weren't fucking I broke you off and I had to create the space, and I just couldn't get the space because of my hamstring. You were wide the fuck open, and in some cases, no one even contested you.
You know what? You're right.
Wrong.
You're right. I'm on his ass too. You know what, Garrett? You're right. James Harden, you played like absolute shit. If you're gonna step on the court, you better give it your all. You played like trash. You couldn't shoot a 3. You walked the ball up the court waiting for your brother KD to come up like, save me. Can't nobody save your ass if you play like shit. You play like hell.
This is the fuck I was waiting for, Terry. I'm glad you finally saw the fucking light, man. My lord. Let's stop talking about this dude like he's not an MVP. Like, people haven't said that he's the next best shooting guard after Kobe Bryant, the torchbearer. Like, people haven't said that he's one of the 3 greatest scorers of all time.
Yeah.
Right? This is who we're talking about. We're not talking about Randy Foye. We're not talking about Kevin Martin, who he got traded for, any of these dudes. We're talking about an all-time great who's hitting the fucking side of the bet. Or no, he's hitting the logo on the backboard on threes with 40 seconds left to go in a Game 7.
It's bad. I mean, his playoff resume is horrible, man. It's just so bad. He's probably top 3 playoff choker of all time. Well, he's definitely top 3. And he could be number 1. I'd have to take
I think maybe he's number 1. Like,
I'd have to take a look in the history. There's probably some people that played worse.
John Sparks wasn't an MVP.
Sparks was fine. Evan Fournier, that's a motherfucker who plays like shit. He shoots like 35%.
Yeah, that's true. But this is the thing. We already knew. Don't worry about Fournier. We already knew about Fournier. But Harden, bro, like, could you imagine? Like, don't ever fucking put him with Dwayne Wade. Don't you ever put this man with Kobe Bryant.
No, hell no.
Don't you fucking dare mention him with some of the, like, best 2 guards of all time. Don't you dare.
He's not even Clyde Drexler at this point. Is he like doing what he did? He can't even be top 50. You can score all these points that you want, man.
It's like, for you to come up this small year after year after year after year after year after year. And then it's always it's always an excuse about conditioning, or I wasn't at my best health, or whatever the fuck. when is it going to come together, man? When he's playing with LeBron and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Bol and the other Monstars? Is that when James Harden is finally going to feel comfortable enough to not get 12 shots in Game 7?
It's only going to work if all 3 of them play and they're healthy. But you can't guarantee the shit, man. It's just not guaranteed, bro. People get hurt. I mean, like, this year, it's injury-wise, it's a little more than an anomaly. But, like, people do get hurt in the playoffs. Like, it happens. The shit is stressful as hell. And even without injuries, you played really bad. You've had games, honestly, worse than what you played right now. Like, versus the Spurs. He played worse versus the Spurs than he did in this game.
Yeah.
I think he scored 21, right?
Did he?
He ended up scoring 20, I believe. I'll check the box score, but damn, I didn't know you hated him that much. I thought you and the Beard had a brethren, a little brothership or something.
I do. I do enjoy watching him play, and I very much appreciate his level of skill.
Yeah.
And his physicality, all that shit.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm gonna call it how I see it. And what I see is a dude who's never stepped up to the plate a single time in his entire postseason career, and wants to do nothing but make excuses.
No, that's true.
You're not going to make him on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, bro.
He scored 22, but it was mostly free throws, if we're being honest.
Well, we should have told you before. We could have told you before the joint not to trust Harden in the playoffs, because we've known that. But what we did tell you for sure was not to trust Gobert and the Jazz.
Wait. Before we go, Giannis, clap it up for Giannis. He finally did it, bro.
He did it. I was very happy.
With a very minuscule amount of help from Middleton and Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, you absolutely played like shit. Okay, I'm still on your ass. You know how I feel about him. The most underrated basketball player. You played like complete garbage. Underrated my ass. You played like shit. All right. Good 3 in the 4th. Chris Middleton, good shot in OT. But Giannis carried y'all last, bro. He scored 40, bro. Game 7 in Brooklyn versus KD.
Giannis is Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, and you still didn't guard KD, so still not loving that. But hey, Giannis, I give you some credit, man. You really did play well. He played well in Game 5, he played well in Game 6, and he played well in Game 7. He averaged 38 in those 3 games, and he averaged 32 for the series. He balled out, bro.
He did play well. It's still so many frustrating things, even with him playing well. That is like, what are you doing? It just seems like he doesn't understand basketball all the way yet.
No, he doesn't. He's not the most skillful dude, but his mentality is what you want. And he actually was kind of smart in this game 7, I would say alone, just to isolate this game. I think he took 3 threes. He hit 1. And he knocked down the free throws when it was time to knock down the free throw.
Yeah, when he didn't airball it.
Yeah, I mean, that crowd, I got to give it to Brooklyn. The crowd was loud as hell.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is a made-up
They were in his head for sure.
Yeah,
but,
Brooklyn's made up.
I mean, the story with Giannis is going to continue to be the same thing. You know what I mean?
This thing versus the Hawks.
He didn't show me anything different. He just kept doing like more. What he showed me was like Giannis is like John Henry. Like he's just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And he has unbelievable resilience and like athleticism and resilience. Like his grit, that whole just package of being that fast, that strong, and that willing to pick yourself up after like a bad play or whatever. That alone is a great combination.
He's got gravitas.
Skill wise, he hasn't shown me an ability to do anything new besides dunk the ball that I haven't seen already.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in the finals or whatever. That'll be the thing that's going to decide it.
We can't even talk finals. We can't talk finals until we see him beat the Hawks, bro. I can't even act like the Hawks.
He's not beating the Hawks. I'm talking about later in his career. Not this. Yeah. No. Bro, get your brooms.
Because look, let's take a real conversation about this, right? Let's not forget, just because the Bucks averaged 102 points in the series does not mean Brooklyn was a good defensive team. It just means that the playoff pace has slowed down. All right. So if you really pay attention, Giannis went against Blake Griffin, who was old as hell and a shell of himself, and he played against Jeff Green. Those were the two dudes that mainly defended him. Those guys are not elite defenders. All right, Blake Griffin, he tried his ass off. But John Collins and
he was a buyout, dude.
Yeah, like Clint Capella and John Collins are better defenders than both of those guys. All right. So everybody don't get all surprised. This was the perfect scenario. And this is why I picked the Bucks to beat the Nets, like healthy or not healthy. I'll pick the Bucks straight up because Giannis, he killed them in the regular season and he killed them in the playoffs. We saw it straight up because Brooklyn has no defense. And that's what happened pretty much throughout the whole series. We shall see with the Hawks, though. We shall see.
Yep. Get your brooms, bro. We're about to go clean up Greece.
Yeah, man. All right. Hey, look, let's get our brooms and hop on them bitches like a witch and travel over to the West. Let's talk about the rest real quick.
I like it. We had the Nuggets had a house land on them.
Oh yeah, that was.
Which was the Phoenix Suns. Who carried right? Real quick, bro.
Boy.
And then CP3 got COVID, even though he already had the Pfizer vaccine for COVID. He's the worst luck of any.
Like, that's the worst luck any person can have, bro. That's honestly the first person that I have heard of or known in person or real life, like to get COVID and they got vaccinated. I'm like, are you serious?
Yep.
He's horrible luck, man. He broke his finger on a basketball jersey, man. Like, that's how bad his luck is. His hand got caught in the jersey and he broke his fucking fingers.
I think Rudy Gobert gave it to him again. Rudy Gobert coughed in the envelope. Can you deliver this to room 312, please?
Oh, yeah, dude. All right, so we know that was a wash.
So, wait a minute. Let's take a minute to congratulate ourselves and pat ourselves on the back for calling the Utah Jazz this entire season what they were in the end, which is a fucking fraud. We never were impressed with the #1 record. We never were impressed with the 3 whatever. We never were impressed with Rudy Gobert winning Defensive Player of the Year for a 3rd time. We weren't impressed when John Hollinger ranked Rudy Gobert #2 as his MVP in the entire league. We didn't drink the Kool-Aid, guys.
Nope, not at all. And you know what? This is exactly why I hate Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is absolutely trash. And if you want to say that this 3-time defensive fraudulent MVP is a good player that deserves $240 million, you're out of your fucking mind. I cannot control
John Hollinger's case, out of a job.
No, I can't even control myself when I talk about this kid. You cannot be a defensive player of the year. And then somehow, I said this last pod, somehow when we get into the playoffs, we're going right at Rudy Gobert on the pick and roll because he can't stop the shit. What in the hell are we even talking about? That makes no sense to any basketball mind. The defensive player of the year, attack him straight up. He can't stop us. Every switch, like we said, spinning around like a top, son. You can't guard a guard. You're 7 feet goofball. You're a big old bitch. You suck. Taco Fall is more agile than you. You're trash. I'm done with you. George Mirasan has more quick feet than you. I hate you. I'm sorry about the audio. I know it was loud. Headphone listeners, put a warning on that. Gobert sucks. He makes me want to cry. He's so fucking bad. Watching him is just the worst. I hate France. I'm done with him. He's the worst, bro. Tony Parker can suck a dick too. I'm done. Escargot sucks. What the come on, bro. You started COVID. YouTube don't flag me for that. I'm done, bro.
My giant.
Oh man, it's just
a fucking George Mirasan reference. Where's the Billy Crystal? Oh man, he's listen. It wasn't just Gobert. It's also the fact that we said all season they don't have anyone who can guard Kawhi or Paul George. So
yeah,
it's like
Paul George stepped up though because we thought Joe Ingles had the clampers on him and he torched him. He torched him.
Paul George, but again, that third quarter shit, bro. Come fourth quarter, he Reggie Jackson, come save me.
Reggie Jackson and Terrence Mann.
Yeah, Terrence. Oh my goodness. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Hey.
My Lord. 37.
He balled out, man. Hey,
this is my bad. You can go ahead.
No. Go. You got it.
We've been talking about the Clippers' inability to figure out their wing and guard rotation all year, bro. Yeah. It's like they still haven't got it, and every series is they have some dude come off the bench and drop 30, like Luke Kennard will have 30 or Terrence Mann or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Nick Batum will have 20 points or whatever, and then the next game they're out of the rotation.
Yeah. Did you see it was one game Rondo wasn't even hurt, and he put him in street clothes. I was like, what the hell?
They said that was for a dissenting voice in the locker room though. Like he got in an argument with Ty Lue. He's gonna make an example out of him.
Hey, shout out to Ty Lue. Like we said before, bro. Ty, he's a hell of a presence.
Hell of a coach.
Yeah.
A real one.
Yeah. But the players stepped up. That's not on him. Okay, you put the players in, so we give you a little bit of credit, but Terrence Mann showed up big time, bro. Reggie Jackson.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You didn't put him in a position to win. Remember when Doc Rivers took the job with the Sixers and Paul George complained about how all he was doing was running around pin downs last year? And Doc said, PG, you're going to be doing the exact same thing this year. So I don't know what you're going to complain because he was on my assistant. The proof is in the pudding. Paul George, lead ball handler, not running around a billion pin downs, leads them to the Western Conference Finals. Doc Rivers takes a team that was already in the conference finals before and loses against the Hawks while they're undermanned.
Yeah,
so, and let's give Ty Lue some credit, bro.
Oh, honestly, he's already a better coach than Rivers.
Right now he is.
Oh, all time. He literally did something that Doc couldn't do. Some would say the team is pretty much the same. I'm not going to say it's a better team. It's the same team.
Yeah.
He took a team to the conference finals. You couldn't do that shit in, 6 years?
Yeah. And he didn't even apply for the last 3.
Yeah. And then, for the last 3, the owner spent all of his money. He was like, Doc, whatever you want. I'll get you any player. I'll spend all my money. I don't care about any debt. He let you do all the basketball shit. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't interrupt like some owners do, like Mark Cuban and shit. He just lets his guys do the job, and he gave you what you wanted, and you couldn't get it done. And Ty Lue was getting it done. Last year, Paul George was a disaster. This year, he scored 39 points in a pivotal game. No one would ever see that. Playoff P is almost back. I'm not saying he's back, but he's almost back, man. He showed up and showed out, man. I mean, I gotta give Ty Lue credit, man. I thought he was just LeBron's lackey, but he's actually a good coach.
Good. All right. I'm glad we're giving the man his just desserts, Terry. I just want to make sure your boy got some credit. You know, Ty Lue might be the only person on the Clippers I actually like.
Yeah. I like Luke Kennard a little because he went to Duke, but he plays like shit. I like Boogie because he's absolutely insane. But I don't like the stars. I don't like Kawhi or Paul George, really. They don't really move the meter for me, to be honest with you.
I do say I like this Reggie Jackson season that he's having. Like, I didn't like Reggie Jackson his whole career, but he's starting to win me over, man. And this whole Black Klansman look that he has going on, I very much enjoy it. I'm all the way on board.
If I gotta give credit on Ty Lue on that one, bro. He put my man in the opportunity to succeed. He said, "Look, Reggie,
he's playing way better this year too, though."
Yeah, and I mean, but
what difference a 3-point shot makes, though.
Yeah. He's kind of running the clock back to his last year in OKC. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was him and Westbrook. I wouldn't say it was a fight for who's going to play, but when he got in the game, I was like, oh, this kid's pretty good. They should play together. And they started to. And then Westbrook's like, hey, what the hell is this kid think he's doing? I'm the person who fucks this up.
Right.
But now Reggie Jackson, Ty Lue just said, look, man, I know you're not a great passer. You know, you're not the greatest defender in the world, but just do you. And I'm going to just let you do you, man. And he's been playing well, bro. He really has.
He's been playing great. He's been a lot of fun to watch. And so now we get to the Western Conference Finals where CP3 gets to exact his revenge against the Clippers.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking wait to have him rub their nose and disgrace them in the legacy that he built there.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be so much fun to watch.
So, CP3 got COVID on June 16th is when he had a positive test.
Mm-hmm.
Game 6 is on June 29th. So that would be 14 days, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's not out that long. There's no fucking way.
Because they're continuing to test him, but he's not they're keeping him on the protocol. But if he does have tests because he's asymptomatic, if he does have tests that come back negative, then they're going to allow him to come back. But they did change it from 14 to 10. So 10 days would only be game 4, I believe. Game 4 or game 5. Or it might be in between.
Back 4?
Yeah. He's going to miss at least the first 3. That's just automatic. That's already the precedent they put out.
I think it's they took game 1. Even if they lose the next 2 and you come in down 1 game, but with Chris Paul coming back, you got to feel pretty great about your shot.
Yeah.
I think they're going to wax the Clippers, bro. I think this is going to be not competitive.
You think they can beat him without Chris Paul?
No.
You don't think so?
No, but I don't think they can beat him without.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it, but I don't think that's sustainable. The campaign is going to continue to play that well.
Dude, he's been playing well the whole playoffs, though. You know?
Yeah. Hey, I did say I had faith in each one more who played well, and whatever. All my predictions are coming right, but I'm not liking it. But what I was saying is, I don't anticipate without Chris Paul them winning another game early in the series. But I think when they get him back, they'll sweep. Whatever game it is that he'll get him back, they won't lose another game the rest of the series.
Probably not. Yeah, and hopefully he comes back at least game 4. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know, but but I mean, those guards, they can't stop him. And it kind of seems like Beverly really can't play defense anymore. Not in an elite level. He's not a great defender anymore. You know, he's probably above average at best. Reggie Jackson can't stop CP3. He'd make him look silly. And Rondo he's just too old. He's too old.
They're just gonna put Rondo out there and hope that he baits CP3 into another fight and gets him suspended.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Yeah, when Rondo and CP3 play, Rondo, he elevates his level. But CP3 also just keeps it status quo. He's like, I'm better than you, dude. Like, whatever conversation you thought someone said to you, like, no, you're almost there with CP because you got that chip with it. No, that's over, dude. The Celtics were good when you were the fourth option. Once you started to become the second option, you guys no longer win a championship. Easy math. I mean, come on, dog. Hey, but
hey, I'm with you, bro.
North Carolina, baby, we could get one this year.
Stand tall, stand up. Oh man, I'm hoping for it for CP3 if the Hawks, you know what I'm saying, don't make it to the finals, obviously.
Yeah.
But shit, what was I just gonna say about the Suns, man?
What? They got a great home court advantage. Their fans.
I was gonna say this about the Clippers. It's not just guarding CP3 so much in the way that you were talking about as like Beverly, Reggie Jackson, stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, what bigs are you gonna be able to have on the floor when CP is out there? Because Zubac, if you saw what Luka did to Zubac, CP3 is gonna do that exact same shit.
Yeah.
Boogie.
Oof. Boogie.
Right?
He was getting ate up yesterday, man. They were.
Now it's like, now we're gonna get really desperate. It's like, are we gonna play Nick Batum at center?
I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, that seems to be his go-to move is to keep the Clippers small.
Yeah, but then DeAndre Ayton is gonna absolutely eat you alive.
He actually destroyed them yesterday, did he not?
Yeah.
Hey, look, man.
I hope you're watching the game, Mister. He doesn't roll hard to the hoop.
I mean, I've just seen him do a pick and roll, and I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? Like, some of them he looks great, and then other ones I'm like, are you rolling, or are you just sidestepping to the basket? Like, throw it up, throw it up. He looked great yesterday, man.
Hey, he looked great in the playoffs. We called it.
Your prediction might be right, bro. If he plays like this, he's definitely an all-star, bro. And he might be damn near third-team All-NBA. Because, I mean, if they're going to play like this, I mean, CP3's old, you know. I don't know how long he's going to stay, like, at this high level. But DeAndre, he's looking good, man. He was Boogie and Zubac were getting destroyed. I mean, they played Boogie. That shows you that Zubac was getting his shit rocked. They're like, hey, Boogie, I know you didn't play at all last series, but I got to do something. Get in there.
But Boogie was also mostly playing on, like, fucking Saric. You know what I mean?
Did Saric play in the game for, like, 20-ish minutes or something?
Yeah. He had, like, mid-20s, high 20s, something like that.
Yeah. I don't remember him doing much, but you're probably right.
Yeah. So all his joints were, like, where he was getting buckets and stuff. That was all on Dario Saric. That's when Ayton was out the game. Like,
okay.
Bro, Ayton, his ability to slip pick and rolls is really good. Among, like, centers, he's definitely has, like, one of the best combinations of, like, hands and feet. Like, he's just way too mobile for Cousins. Like, you don't even have to have CP3 back. Cam Payne will stretch you out and fucking pick you apart.
Yeah, Cam Payne is looking crazy. But, you know, the Clippers are really missing Serge Ibaka, if we're being completely honest.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Huge loss for them. Like, that messed up pretty much a lot of their plans.
Well, you know what? You can't expect to have your body right and, like, prevent injury when you're out here eating bull penis pizza and fucking seahorse fucking menstrual cycle egg pate and shit like that. It's like, bro, you're in America now. Eat regular food. Prepare your body for what is going to happen to it. You can't expect your Achilles to work overtime on fucking, like, canned lima beans, Ethiopian, I don't know, lemongrass water.
Yeah, it is weird. So you got Suns winning this joint, though, huh? Or actually, you know what? Devin Booker, we got to give you your flowers, bro. You played absolutely fantastic, man. That was some Kobe stuff that we witnessed. Honestly, he played great, bro. And the disrespect that the NBA, not even a third-team All-NBA for Devin Booker. But I don't think did you have Devin Booker on yours?
No, and I still wouldn't. Let's stop acting like just because he fucking, like, hit some shots. Like,
what the fuck you talking about?
There, bro. And you said this is Kobe?
He scored 40 without his running mate.
The shit was Chris Paul. Look at how he took those shots every time. He gets a defender who goes over to pick and roll. He snakes the pick and roll, takes that crossover dribble, then shoots a mid-range jumper from the elbow. That was how he got almost all his points from the mid-range, snaking that pick and roll. That wasn't Kobe.
40, 13, and 11. That's what he got.
Yes, he played great.
That's Kobe.
That doesn't mean that you deserve to mean that.
Kobe. That's some Kobe shit right there. He balled out. I don't want to hear this Chris Paul shit. Yeah, he would look like Chris Paul because CP3 has been giving him game. But D-Book.
How he got those buckets, like
I got
how
you.
he scored them, that was CP3.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole triple-double, like getting his first triple-double ever in game 7 or whatever in a playoff game.
Important.
Game 1. It was great.
That's how you step up.
I don't think just because he does that now it's like, oh, I fucked up not picking him for All NBA.
Bruh. I didn't even see the teams. I'm gonna have to take a look at the teams, and then I can be more mad about the shit.
If I'm gonna be mad about something, I'm gonna be mad about Trae Young fucking not being an All-Star.
Who cares, man? The Hawks were not even in the playoff position when they did that. I mean,
that's my point. We can't get mad over shit that like people voted fucking like months ago, bro.
His numbers were the same, and they were the second seed. What you want to do? Like, that's messed up.
It's not messed up. It's not messed up. There are other players in the league. It's a tough choice.
Did CP3 make it?
Yes, I put CP3 over him, and I'll still continue to.
No, I'm talking about
this whole team is here because of CP3, man. It's not because of Devin Booker. No. I love Devin Booker, but CP3 is the engine. He's the oil. He's the tires. He's the tracks. He's everything.
Yeah. No, I got you. But yeah, man. I mean, you're right, but I feel like they just always give all the credit to CP3. Like he deserves a lot of the credit. But if you come to a team, you come to Devin Booker's team. Devin Booker's giving you literally the same numbers that he gave you last year, and the team is still a second seed. Like he helped you out. It's not like DeAndre Ayton was like 10 times better than he was the year before. I just got to see who was above him. That's all I want to see.
I don't even like the fact that you said he went to Devin Booker's team.
It is Devin Booker's team.
Devin Booker's team that he took where?
They won 10 games in a row.
Whose team was this? That, like, what an accomplishment. It was my team, and we never won anything or ever made the playoffs. Like, let's stop with this shit.
But, bro, they were almost the 8th seed last year.
Almost. They weren't.
The roster is complete garbage, man.
It's not. It's the same roster minus Oubre.
It's not a good roster.
In fact, they had Ricky Rubio.
He sucks. He's not good. All right, look, Campaign isn't good. He's just playing good right now. Mikal Bridges was young. We didn't know what the hell he was doing.
You just don't watch the fucking Suns. No.
I watched
this is why I said the Suns were going to be the fucking number 2 team in the West this year behind the Lakers. And you said
it on the
crazy when you did your Western preview pod, bro. Fucking,
I had the Suns.
You just watch any of the fucking players, and then you're like, oh, we had no idea these guys were any good. Yes, we did.
No,
Bridges played fantastic last year. All year, he played fantastic. They got Oubre out the team. Addition by subtraction. Immediately. Yeah. I told you that Etuan Moore can play. I told you that Dario Saric can play.
Huh. I already know about Etuan Moore.
I told you that Ayton wasn't a scrub.
I've seen Saric in Philly. He's okay. But he went to Minnesota and was like, I quit. So I didn't expect him to do a whole lot. All I'm saying is
you know how to do in Minnesota. What do you expect him to do? He's going to come to Minnesota. Dario Saric is going to be the guy who comes and changes the culture.
Look, man, all I'm saying is you acting like I didn't predict the Suns in the playoffs. I had them in the playoffs. They were like, I had them either 6 or 7. Like that's not
you just said the rest of the roster is trash.
It was.
James Jones just won fucking Executive of the Year, Terry.
All he did was get Chris Paul, and they got and that's it.
That's the fucking point. That means the rest of the roster.
Let let me add a top 20 player of all time, and my team's going to be great. Oh, what a fucking whip-de-doo moment. Of course your team's going to get better. He got OKC to the playoffs, man.
So
then he deserves GM. He deserves GM of the year.
You're making my point. He built all the other pieces around, and all he had to do was add Chris Paul.
All I'm saying is...
So it's not Devin Booker. It's Chris Paul.
All I'm saying is I see Kyrie Irving on third team, and I see Bradley Beal on the third team, and I'm looking at Paul George on the third team, and I'm like, he probably could have went above any three of those guys. And Gobert's on the third team, too. Like, come on.
Bradley Beal was second in the league in scoring.
His team sucked. Were they not a fucking 8, 9, 10 seed, bro? Come on.
They still made the playoffs.
Were their expectations way higher?
Not for me.
I'm just saying.
I said they were going to be exactly where they were.
I knew. And I didn't say they were going to be any better. I just thought they'd be like a 6 seed. But didn't they have higher expectations than what they did? Did they not?
They did. They did.
They failed.
They did.
He could be better. He could be better than Bradley Beal, dude. And Kyrie Irving missed like 20 games. I mean, what the fuck are we even doing? Booker played the whole season. He missed like 3 games.
First of all, I didn't vote for Kyrie Irving.
I know you didn't, but this is the official third team has Kyrie Irving, Rudy Gobert, Paul George, Jimmy Butler. I have no gripe with Jimmy Butler.
Terry, you tell me why Devin Booker is more deserving than Trae Young. Go ahead, make the case.
More deserving than Trae Young?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Suns are a second seed.
I'm sorry?
The Suns are a second seed.
They're in the Western Conference Final. Where are the Hawks?
I just said the Suns are a second seed. That's all I said.
Terry, what do you get the seeds for?
It's regular season.
So
that's what.
Advance to the playoffs.
It's regular season. It's all regular season. That's where the voting is. The Hawks, good job. But it's all regular season shit. That's all I'm saying. Trae Young, I'm not saying Trae Young didn't deserve it.
I'm just saying if we're going to do this revisionist history and go back with the playoff perspective and be like, how did we miss all this stuff? Then let's really do it. Trae Young averaged 26 and a half and 9.5 during the regular season.
He played great.
Wasn't all NBA. But Devin Booker wasn't coming close to touching those numbers.
Let me ask you a question.
To have this pity party for Devin Booker.
Let me ask you a question. Did you vote for Trae Young?
No.
Okay.
But I didn't vote for Devin Booker either. And I'm not going back here like I fucked up my voting. I didn't fuck up my voting. The only thing I regret was putting Julius Randle on there at all.
He got second team. I'm not even gonna lie. This All NBA first, second, and third looks fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this shit is garbage. LeBron's second team, LeBron, he missed so much of the season, dude.
Yeah.
Kawhi first team, they were just like, we don't know who to put. Kawhi.
Somebody got a first team, but Derrick Rose got a first team All NBA vote.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
bro. They are tripping. Like, this shit is crazy, son.
They need to make them put their names back on it. Like,
they definitely do, because that shit's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rudy Gobert does not deserve that shit, dude. He does not deserve it.
Yeah. Well, we had a couple other joints, but I think we want to keep it short. We can come back in a day or two before the Hawks play and talk about Danny Ainge stepping down, Brad Stevens stepping up, Rick Carlisle stepping out, and Luka eyeing other potential destinations.
Luka is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Him and Zion are both coming to Atlanta.
Zion going to the Knicks. Did you hear about that?
That's the thing. I was just about to say, you fucking Knicks fans, as soon as anybody's like remotely, they're like, oh, confirmed. Him to the Knicks.
We're getting everyone. Kyrie even said he made a mistake. Oh, shit. Hey, look, let's not even say that. If anybody ever comes to the Knicks, I never want any injury-prone person to come to the Knicks, because you're going to get hurt. It's just bad luck. Like, we just need any underdog. Give me an underdog, and they'll overperform. Anybody that's a top player, you're going to get hurt. Don't come.
That's what y'all thought with Moutier.
Moutier is horrible.
Wait a minute. Isn't Kevin Knox an underdog?
That's too much of an underdog. He's under the underdog.
What about Dennis Smith Jr.? Wasn't he an underdog?
Oh, now we're just naming the horrible players?
No, I'm naming the underdogs, bro.
I'm talking about people with potential, bro.
Oh, man. You don't remember when LeBron was talking about how the fucking whoever fucked up by not drafting Dennis Smith and how he was the real one? You remember that?
Oh, LeBron is one of the worst evaluators of talent that I've ever seen in my life.
Take Shabazz Napier ¡1. I'm telling you, he's gonna pop.
They drafted him and he still left Miami.
Right.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna need you before the next pod to get the hats, the shirts, a company car with our logo on it, and then a plane that has a message behind it with the HLS pod and our logo. And then after you do all that, I'm going to go join the Cancel This podcast.
Oh, shit. Hey, great performance on that pod, too. Hey, we need to get some of his equipment.
Right? He's got like the analog shit with like the mixing board and all that.
He's got like that.
Bro, we straight digital. We plugged into the Matrix, baby. We just ones and zeros over here, dog.
Hey, man. Big boy shit. Congratulations on the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody check out the website, dhlspod.com.
Just wrote
numbers are going
an article on Pedri, the youngest player to ever represent Spain at European Championships.
That's the one you put up last week, right?
I did.
Yeah, that one's good.
I got another one that is coming up tomorrow, and I haven't decided what to write it on. So you'll have to stay tuned.
All right, everybody, man. This is a good one. I see the numbers going up on our social medias, though. I appreciate the love. You know,
appreciate the love, appreciate the support.
Yes, sir.
Juneteenth, and
yep. We out, man. North Carolina continue to stand up, and thank you for stepping across the line with us for another week.
Peace. He's a line stepper.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.